We are so excited to be working on the camper today. The metal for the interior skins was delivered earlier this week. Let's go check it out. So I just pulled this out of our shed. We haven't really opened them, but I opened the top just a second ago. And we ordered 6 12 by 4 feet pieces of metal. So I'm gonna say there's 2 in each box, but so we have 2 more in the shed. But that's basically what it is. We're not gonna pull it out until it's time, and we are trying to finish up so we can get this started. I'll link the website that we ordered the aluminum for anyone who is interested. I will say I don't know if we got lucky or if the company was just really great. We ordered it last Friday and we got it by Tuesday of this week. So that's really cool. Also, we got really lucky. I guess they have different warehouses around the US, and we are really close to Georgia. It's just a couple of states away. So that could be why we got it so quick. But also there was 6 sheets that we needed. We measured it out a couple of times, and we think we only need 6 4 by 12 foot sheets. There was so many different ways that you could order the metal, and there was just so many different options and so much information online, but that's kind of what we chose to do. We'll see later on if that was a poor choice, but they had 6 sheets in Georgia, so those were going to be shipped out from one location, so we only had to pay for shipping for one. We almost last minute ordered a 7th sheet just to be on the safe side, but it was going to come from California and the shipping was taken away, so we were going to be notified after what the shipping was going to be, and that was a big issue we had when we was trying to find where to order the metal. Every website that we found, they would not inform you on the shipping cost until after, and then we heard that it could be like $300 or $400 to ship when the metal is about average $200 a piece. So we weren't really interested in spending that much, or not knowing how much we were going to spend when we ship the metal. Sorry, we have lots of neighbors and it's super loud today apparently. But so we ended up finding this website. They were the only ones that we could find that disclosed actually what the shipping was, since it was all coming from Georgia. But when we tried to add that 7th metal piece, it did take it away because it didn't know what they were going to charge us, because it was 6 of them was going to be coming from Georgia, 1 of them was coming from California, and I have a feeling it was going to be really expensive. We did have 2 options of how to order or have them ship the metal. So you saw that we had it rolled up in 3 boxes of we had either rolled or on a crate that was still flat. We felt like it was not that big of a deal if they kept it rolled. It was way cheaper to do it rolled. So we spent just around $100 to get all 6 sheets sent to us, and it was an extra like $200 just to have it sent on the crate. So we went this route. Hopefully we didn't make a bad decision. And yeah, like I said, I will put the different metals, the metal that we ordered, the company that we ordered it from, and the size that we ordered, just to help you guys out, because that was a big question of what we needed. And we just had to do a little bit of research, and that basically led us to what we ordered. There was 2 options that most people said was good for Avion and like Airstream campers, as far as the number that you look. Wade's working on the inside of the camper, so it's a little loud. But there's a number, it's like a code, and that's what we searched the metal on the different websites for. And there was 2 that they recommended, and the one that we went for was a lower grade, just for like, it wasn't as shiny as the other one. That's, I think, as far as I know, the only difference. And it said if you were planning on painting the metal, there was no need to going with the other one because it cost more. So I don't know what the difference was, because we never searched for that metal, but we did get the one that wasn't as shiny because we plan on painting it. So I will put that number in the description of what metal we got, the size, and the company that we ordered from. Maybe it'll help you guys out. But yeah, and I'm so excited. It was just, every time we talk about these walls, we're just that right there is just gonna get us to where it feels like it's an actual camper. But Wade is working on the inside, so I think he'll get with you guys in just a second and show you kind of what he's doing. He's working on the electrical, trying to get that finished. We're just basically at the point where we're just trying to get all the tedious small things. We may not be showing every little thing that we're doing, but we're just trying to get it all in, like all situated and in place so we can get these walls up. But that's what he's working on, and he's gonna show you guys kind of what he's got going on. So we took down all the tape and paper, and you probably can't even see it on the camera right here, but there is a couple on just this window. There's a couple of imperfections, but other than that, we could just touch up those. The windows look great. They ended up turning out really nice. So excited about it. So I think we did a good job, even though we made a huge mistake.
Oh, we didn't make a mistake.
I think we redeemed ourselves. Well, it's just because, yeah, we just ended up having to do what we really wanted to do in the first place. But yeah, so the windows look good, and like I said, there is some touch-ups on this window. Like right here, you can see the silver metal spots right there, and it's just in spots. So I'm just gonna get, I think I'm gonna get like a paint pen. I don't know, is a paint pen good to just like touch up those little spots? I think that would be perfect. So I think that's what we're gonna do.
So yesterday when I finished running the electrical wire, I realized that I ran the wrong wire for the lights. So this morning we went to Home Depot. I got the correct gauge wire. So I'm fixing to pull out all of the old wire from yesterday, run this, and I'll show you what I've done. I've done a lot of work inside with the electrical and a little bit more of the plumbing, and I'll show you guys that here in a minute. But since it's not raining today and it's time for me to install this little contraption here. Now this is the water hookup for the outside. So I'm going to put it towards the front because that's where our freshwater tank is. So it's going to be installed here. So first I gotta measure this, cut it, and then I'll start installing this sucker. But I think I'm gonna cut it from the inside, and I'll show you why. Okay, right there where all of that blue and red and yellow stuff is, that's where that's gonna go. So I gotta move my plumbing a little bit out of the way and the electrical out of the way, and then I'm gonna cut that section there, get it installed, and finish hooking up that tube right there. Now that'll be the tube that we use to fill the tank, and then that tube right there is the vent tube, so it'll hook up to that as well. And then that blue tube right there will also hook up to that, because that's where the campsite water, the city water, whatever you want to call it, will go in. Looks like a lot, shouldn't be that bad. I just gotta make sure that I get all this out of the way and I don't cut anything. Alright, so I'm gonna take these out so that I can just trace that and have a really good cut. Alright, there's that one. And maybe I can't take this one off. Yeah. Well, I can take this one out, and I don't seem to be able to take this one out, so I can still manage to get it right. I'll just measure. Alright, so all I'm going to do here is just measure You can see there it's 5 3/4 by like 4 1/4. So 5 3/4, 4 1/4. Fix to mark this. Okay, so now that I've got everything measured out and my lines drawn, it's time to use the good old grinder here. Test this out. I don't really know if you can tell or not, but need to kind of sand this down a little bit. Oh, sand this down a little bit right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is use this putty tape. Go around, make sure I've got a nice good seal. It came with some putty tape. I like this a little bit better. This is what we've used throughout multiple projects on the camper. So putting this putty tape here, give that a good old rips. Slap that joker on there like that. There we go. I have got putty tape surrounding this like nobody's business. Alright, now let's try to install this sucker. I've got this cut just tight, so I'll have to do a little bit of forcing in there because I'd rather have it a little tight than a bit loose, but that's no big deal. Just notch it in there with my hand. Okay, so there's a close-up on it. And then just opens up. Fresh water from the outside source. This is where you'll put your water hose in there to fill up your freshwater tank inside. And then right here is a little air vent. So, and it's got a nice convenient lock for it. But for now, 2, 4, 6, 8 screw holes. I'm fixing to screw this into the aluminum siding here. Wow. So cool. I will let Samantha take this putty off. Alright, so here we are back inside. Let me see here. That's my hot for my hot water heater. I don't have a bulge there, but that's okay. This is for my water heater. Now this is for the fresh water there. So let's get that done. Oh no. Really? My cutters have decided not to work. Me and these cutters yesterday, or the last day I used them, we had a falling apart. And I guess it's got the last laugh, so chalk those up to garbage. So I've got these manual cutters. It'll work. It's just so much easier using those ratcheting snips. I'm gonna start right here. At least it's just pegs. It's not that hard to cut. Alright. I'm gonna cramp this. Okay, got that. Don't look the prettiest. I think I will have to come out and then elbow down with a piece of pipe there. But for now, it's all good. Now, this big old piece of tubing. Oh, Shucks. Put that on there first. Then tighten that down. Alright, I think I got it in there. Yep. Nice and snug. Nice and snug. Got all my hookups there. You can see that there in the field line. Now I do have some work to do, rerouting a couple of the, like that hot line right there and then that cold line going in. I need to fix that because look from the side how rounded and bowed it is. So fix that, clean it up a little bit. But other than that, look at there. I'm pretty proud of myself. I'll just update you guys on the electrical. So I've got it basically, for the most part, taped up. But this right over here is going to be my fuse box. So that's where all my lights and the switches for the lights are going to go and hook up. So I got to clean it up just a little bit because it is kind of messy, and I'll organize it as we get towards the end. But right over here against this wall is going to be the light switch for our two lights that'll be up here. So this is what this line's running for. There'll be two lights here above our bed. And then I've got another switch on the other side of this door here. Now this will operate our series of lights that run down the center here. And that's why there's some slack, because I've got to hook all those up. And I think there's 5 of them, right?
Yeah, there'll be 5 lights going down the center. Yeah,
2, 4, 6, whatever. And then there'll be another switch here next to this receptacle, and then this will house, or this will operate the 2 lights that'll be in our bathroom. I've already got the exhaust fan hooked up here, so it's ready to go, and of course it'll be powered on with the switch right there. So it was a little confusing at first when I started, but after I researched it more on the internet and stuff, it started making sense. So I've got my yellow wire, my Romex. Now this will operate the receptacles and the air conditioner. Oh yeah, and I forgot the other wires over here for the refrigerator. I've got it ran. It's just running along this wall into the box too. So the air conditioner is going to go out through this wall here, and along with the water heater and the receptacles, it'll all go into this fuse panel right here with the breakers and stuff. And this will be my shore power, so it'll all run through here. And then one thing I failed to mention is also I've got my pump for the freshwater tank. It's all hooked up too, so I'm pretty happy. Starting to come together. A little messy right now. We'll get it tightened up. Now that we've gotten everything situated, it is time that we can start putting in the insulation and the walls. So thank you guys for following along, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.